Acting Transport Minister Hishamuddin Hussein has declared KLIA-2 is 98% complete after touring the facility dubbed the world's largest purpose-built airport for low-cost carriers.
So I know the issue of cost, the issue of delays, but that will be explained on a more appropriate time. But what we are doing here by this visit today is really to ensure that everybody is working together and for them to reassure me that what they have promised me earlier has been done, and I am quite happy and satisfied by this visit. But the next 3 weeks, we have to pray hard.
The airport has been delayed 3 times since 2010 and its construction costs have doubled to 4 billion ringgit. It was first due to be completed at the end of 2011 but was later pushed to October 2012, then June 2013 and now to the end of January. Malaysian airports said the delays were due to changes made to the original plan, including building a bigger terminal and installing an automated baggage handling system. The modern-looking airport, when complete, will be able to handle up to 45 million passengers a year. Hishamuddin also reveals that all airlines operating in Malaysia will play a part in formulating a national aviation policy aimed to protect national interest.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is to get all the stakeholders together. And I think one opportunity is to get all the stakeholders not to look at their individual interests. As we are looking at the national aviation policy, I have commitment from all the airlines in principle that there must be a certain ground on national interest that they all must agree upon. There's a limit for us to be competing amongst each other at the expense of national interest and the national agenda. The task of the ministry is to provide the policy, direction and guidance, and that's what we are going to do. So at the end of this month, I'm getting them all together, and all the airlines, including Air Asia, Malindo, Firefly, will be on board.
The troubled KLIA-2 mega project will be completed by April 30th next year and operational by May 2nd. Acting Transport Minister Datuk Sri Hishamuddin Hussein says a special committee in the Transport Ministry will be set up soon to monitor progress.
To me, rather than speculate, I've got the commitment of all those involved that by the 30th of April it's got to be done. No two ways about it. And whether it's 90%, 95%, 99%, today is really not really my biggest concern. My biggest concern is by the date that we promised the public, 2nd of May, it becomes operational. That is the date that we have to work backwards on. Then the delays that's been created in the past, we need to communicate to the public because there are issues of increase in scope, increase in size, increase in specifications, and many stakeholders are involved. So to generally blame everybody for the costs and the delays is totally unfair and unjustified. But the public does have a right to know, and that I think will be communicated to the public better from today onwards.
This committee is to be headed by Deputy Transport Minister Datuk Abdul Aziz Kaprawi. Hishamuddin says the special committee would brief him on its work every week and provide the public with more information relating to the progress of the project. He says he will also study whether there's a need to rope in an independent auditor to investigate more closely the problems that have arisen.
Talking about an audit under my watch is that if the committee that is set up today to make sure that the project is completed on time and what delays that have occurred or cost incurred is not communicated well to the public, I think the public has a right to have a public audit. But at the moment, I don't think there is a need for that because there are valid explanations that maybe has not been communicated well enough to the public at the moment.
On the inflated cost of KLIA-2, MAHB in a statement released during Hishamuddin's visit stated that it is due to an increase in the project scope and size. They include an increase in the terminal floor space from 150,000 square meters to 257,000 square meters. The new airport's runway had been lengthened from 2.5 kilometers to 4 kilometers, while the number of boarding gates increased from 55 to 68. MAHB says the 4 billion ringgit cost is inclusive of government facilities and infrastructure, such as the control tower, elevated highway, and utilities amounting to 600 million ringgit.